Hi, Bo here, and welcome back to this week's review of the Profit Retriever, the review where we are actually looking at the top 10 results going 4 weeks back. Why are we doing that? Well, we've been doing that now for quite a while, and what we can actually see is more stable results, more stable currency pairs, where we can pick and choose from the best ones, and this week is no different. Profit is actually up compared to the previous reviews that we have done for the past couple of weeks. It was around 9,000. We are now back into the $10,000 mark, so obviously things are looking a bit better, and also because we have now ended another month here of September, we will also have some decent results with the top 5 of the month in here. So let's get started on all the different profits, so you can have a closer look at which ones are actually working and which are not. Now the Profit Retriever week for 39 top 5 EAs looks like this. And for this particular week here, it is definitely filled up with indexes. We start off with the US 32 index here. Don't forget we have 2 different signals. This is number 2 signal with $847 or 8.5%. Number 2, we have the Aussie 200, which has come back after it was been a drawdown. This is now a couple of months back, but it's really doing very, very well, as you'll see, $667 or 6.7%. Also pretty stable for that particular signal. We have the FTSE 100, which is also on the move here at the moment with $625 or 6.2%. And then we have the Euro New Zealand, the first Forex pair, $279 or 2.8%. And then we also had the silver just pop in on the top 5 list of the week, but only with $169 or 1.7%. So it was a bit on the low side for the past weeks. Still, we managed actually to get $2,587 or 5.2% if you would have traded those particular signals here for the past week. Let's have a look then also at the results for September, and this is basically from the 1st of September until the end. Again, you'll see some of the same indexes that we have on top. They have swapped a couple of positions. Silver has basically left the building in here, and then we have just Aussie Japanese number 2 instead. Otherwise, it is pretty much status quo for the top 5 in here. But let's have a look at the FTSE 100. Actually did for the whole month $2,240 or 22.4%. So definitely a very good month for that one. The US 30 index number 2 here, $2,131 or 21.3%. Aussie 200 index, $1,431 or 14.3%. And then we have the only Forex pair, similar to what you just saw here before, Euro New Zealand, $1,318 or 13.2%. And then Aussie Japanese finishes off with $1,080 or 10.8%. All of them within the $1,000 mark for the month, so that is definitely good. And if you would have traded those for the past month, you would have made $8,199 or 16.4%. That is definitely approved in our book. Now you can obviously find a lot more details on the Profit Retriever, on the profits, because we are always posting, first of all, weekly profits. We keep all of them 4 weeks back. You can obviously always have a look at our individual videos, since you also have them right below there, where it's the similar video of what we are actually doing right now and what you are watching. So you can always go back and have a look at that data if you missed it for 1 or 2 weeks or more. And of course also we basically cover the monthly results, similar to what you have seen here today. So at the moment on the website you will have May, June, July and August on it, and then we'll update it shortly here also with the new September profits. Below there you have our Profit Retriever portfolio, so basically consisting of 25 EAs at the moment that we've been trading for a long time. That portfolio is more than 500 days old, so a lot of good data in there you can go and have a look at. And below you will also have some guidelines for what we are suggesting in here that you should trade the Profit Retriever with, depending on if you are trading middle indexes or Forex pairs. So please go and have a look at that. And obviously you also have the option in here to go and look at the individual pairs. It will lead you over to the FXBlue accounts that we have, which is free and open to everybody who wants to have a closer look exactly at how we've been trading, what are the drawdowns, what are the profits. You can find all the details and information right there. But now it's actually time to have a look at the top 10 results for the past 4 weeks, looking back. So as usual, we are starting off just explaining the Excel itself. We have number 1 to 10 on the left-hand side over here. Then we have the indexes, we have the metals, and we have the Forex pairs. Then we have the individual links. So if you want to basically link up with us here for the Expert Forex copy link service, then that are the links that you should actually use. And then we have last week's results. If they are getting stable, similar to last week's number 1, it will stay there. And green if they are moving forward, red if they are moving backwards. And then we have 4 weeks results for week 36, 37, 38 and 39. And we have the total sum over here, including also the percentage that we are calculating for you. Now, if we have a look at the first one, so this is the FTSE 100, link 101C. It was number 1 last week and stays up there. And you can definitely see why. It's cashing in extremely well every single week. Top one was week 37 with $740. Low one was the week after with $328. But total sum overall for that particular 4-week period, $2,134, 21.35%. So definitely up there, but being chased actually by a second index, which is the US 30. Our second signal, link 107C, was number 3 last week, so moving up 1 position. And you can also see why that is, because the past 2 weeks it has done very well. 844 in week 38, 846 in week 39, and that made it basically come within about $3-4 with $2,131 or 21.31%. So definitely a tough fight for the top position. Number 3 is the Aussie 200, that also doing quite well. That has made a nice jump forward. It was number 7 in last week's. Now it's up to 3rd, and basically most probably it will jump even higher and maybe threaten some of the top ones, because week 36 will obviously be off next week, and if it continues to run as it is right now, as week 38 was 654 and week 39 667, then there's a good chance that that's going to go up and want to be part of the mix. Overall, it did $1,431 or 14.31%. So a very strong top 3. Number 4 is the Euro New Zealand. So this is the first Forex pair. So link 56C, a very old signal in here. It was number 2 last week, but has simply been pushed down because some of the indexes has really cashed in quite big. But you can see it's doing quite well, 354, 393, 270, 279 here. So overall for the 4 weeks, $1,203 or 12.03%. So definitely not bad for a Forex pair. The last one in the top 5 is also a Forex pair, Aussie Japanese number 2. Also a very strong signal, link 129C. It was number 4 last week. Has dropped down a bit, and you can see the reason why. Basically had a slow week on week 39 here with only $91, but previous weeks it has done quite well, setting in a couple of $100 every single week. And it still finishes off after 4 weeks of trading here with $1,012 or 10.12%. It also finished off the top 5 results, as you can see on the right hand side. So all of them are back into the $1,000 mark. And if you would have traded those top 5 results over the past 4 weeks, you would have made $7,913 or 15.83%. So very strong signals to trade, and you would definitely have made a nice little profit for yourself. Going to number 6, which was also 6 last week, is the second signal of the US 30 index here, link 53C. So also this one, a very old one. And like I mentioned so many times here on the indexes, from time to time, they are basically going into a bit of a drawdown and then coming back and cashing in. Here we can see it has been cashing in quite nicely, but it has a couple of now slow weeks of week 38, week 39, and only made $865 or 8.65%. So let's see where it's going to be at the next week, if it's actually going to come back with a vengeance or it's going to go further down the list. Number 7 spot is the Aussie Japanese. So we have a signal in here. Link 98C was number 5 last week. So also this one has moved slightly down. And even though it was doing quite well, $126, $354, $199, Week 39 was actually low, so only $90, and that's the reason why we only managed $771 or 7.71%. So not impressive for that particular signal at the moment, but still good enough to be in the top 10 overall. Number 8 is the US CAT, Link 74C, very popular one, has been there for a long time. As you can see, there was a bit of a drawdown back in week 36. Since then, it has come out of it and is cashing in quite nicely for the past many weeks. But still, overall profit for the 4 weeks here is only $433 or 4.33%. So now the last ones here looking pretty weak down here with New Zealand Swiss francs. One of the newer links, 143C, was number 8 last week. So now slightly down. We can see the week 36, week 37 and week 38 is doing quite well, and then week 39 basically gone into a slight drawdown here. Total sum $373 or 3.73%. And the last in the number 10 position here is Aussie New Zealand, Link 130C. Has jumped a bit forward because there is a bit of a weak part, as you can see. So it has done from 16th position all the way up to 10. And even though it doesn't look very impressive at the moment, the numbers we have in here, it made $197 or 1.98%. Now, if we have a look also at the individual weeks over the past 4 weeks, week 36 was a very, very low one with $1,702 or 0.68%. So that was definitely the lowest we had in a long, long time. Then week 37 came good again here with 3,223 or 3.22%. And again, we have some variance with week 38 slowing down a bit, $2,874 or 2.87. And then week 39 again just slightly lower, about $100 or so, with $2,753 or 2.75%. Overall, if we have a look at the bigger and wider picture, and that is the reason for this particular video here in the first place, the total sum, if you would have traded those 10 over the past 4 weeks, you would have made $10,553 or 10.55%. And once again, it is good enough for us. We believe that this stability that continues to come in from this EA is exactly what we want. So the point of these videos here is actually to show you how stable the profit retriever is over time, not on the individual signal so much, but more over longer periods of time. That means basically over 4 weeks time or even per quarter. You should not sit and look at them trade every single day because it is quite boring. It's pretty much like either watching the grass grow or watch the paint dry. But when you are taking a step back and when you're letting the EA actually do the work and you can get your sleep and go and do whatever you need to do, you will see that they're actually producing quite good results no matter what. And again, I have the past 4 weeks results. Week 38 was 9,000. Week 37 was similar, also in the 9,000 region. And also for 36, it was the same thing here. And then when we are looking at week 35, it was actually up at $11,000 and it has been even higher. But the whole idea of this one is show the stability. We have no crashes on the EA. Nothing is breaking down. We are not losing money. It is slowly but surely cashing in. And that is what is basically the most important thing when you are trading these EAs. Now, don't forget that this is not trading advice. This is not investment advice. You and you alone are responsible for your own trading. We are simply trying to help you with these particular videos here, showing you which currency pairs are the ones that are trending, which ones are the ones that are stable, which ones are the ones that can actually make you a bit of cash over time. So this is definitely one of the ways where you know that these indexes or these forex pairs are normally always the best ones. You can, of course, always have a look at it yourself. This is only a guideline, and hopefully that has also helped you this particular week. So I hope once again that I'm going to see you on one of my future videos. So until then, bye bye.